Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. I'm your host, Tamara. Today we are doing our end of the year wrap up. Join us for cocktails, books, the good and the bad, and more. If you'd like to see this in video format without ad breaks, you'll need to head on over to Patreon and sign up. There is lots of content over there for you to watch, including after shows and more. If you're listening on the Spreaker app, by signing up as a supporter, you also have access to the after show and other exclusives on audio only. If you prefer all things video, then you'll need to head on over to Patreon instead. You can also join me and my two co-hosts over on the Book Clubs app for even more book chats. Please subscribe and like the podcast wherever you're listening. If you want to reach out to me, you can find me pretty much everywhere at Shelf Addiction. Joining me today is featured co-host Casey from Heartful of Ink. Welcome back, Casey.
Hello, hello. I'm so excited to be here.
Yes! Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas! Happy holidays! Happy New Year! Woo!
Yeah, it's a good one.
Yes.
Before we start, tell everyone where they can find you online.
You can find me on Facebook at Heartful of Ink, on Instagram at Casey_Heartful of Ink, or on my website, heartfulofink.com.
Today, we're going to do a little wrap up of what we've been reading. So I think we're going to try to not be heavy on the spoilers. We might say something here or there, but we're going to try to keep, I think we usually try to keep it as spoiler free.
For these conversations,
yeah.
Yes. If you listen to the podcast, they're spoiler full. So,
yes.
Yeah.
So if you want to know what we like and don't like, you can pretty much not be worried. We're not going to spoil the ending or anything crazy. But first up, I actually want to share what drink we are drinking. And of course, the people on Patreon can see this beautiful cocktail. It's a winter white Cosmo. And there is a recipe in the show notes if you'd like to give it a try. So it's delicious.
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
It's right on theme, right? We're on theme. So I thought it would be fun to start off with a little bit of movie chat. Did you watch any more Christmas movies since we last talked?
Did we talk about this on the podcast, or were we?
It was the after show. So I guess we can share a little bit.
I mean, so on the after show, I did talk about Hot Frosty. It's so bad. It's almost good. Like it's bad. Don't get me wrong. It's bad, but it's so bad. It's almost good.
Snooze fest. I fell asleep on it. No, I fell asleep. So
they make a Mean Girls joke, and Mean Girls is one of my favorite movies as a teenager. So like, I do like
Mean Girls. Yeah.
I haven't seen anything since then.
Okay. I watched a Christmas movie.
Which one?
It's called Meet Me Next Christmas with Christina Milian. You know her? The singer?
I think I've seen. Is that new or is that?
Yeah, it's new. I think it just came out this year. I think. Let me double check before I misspeak. I think it was new to me if it's not new.
Because I know she's been in a ton of Christmas movies. And I've seen some of them.
2024 film. It came out November 6th. So it's been out for like 2 months, almost.
Okay, no, I have not seen this one, but I've seen her in so many.
It was so cute, and what I liked about it the most, it was basically a Pentatonics movie. Do you know Pentatonics?
Yes!
Love it! There are so many scenes. They're just like doing their little, doing all their stuff, and I'm like, oh my gosh! The whole thing is she's supposed to meet this guy she met in an airport lounge at the Pentatonics concert at the next Christmas. So if you're both single, then meet me at this concert, because they both, she introduced him to Pentatonics.
That's so cute.
It is cute. And then somehow they see some stuff on social media, so they become invested in her finding tickets to come to this concert because she didn't buy the tickets.
Oh no.
So this whole time she's like running around with this guy who is a concierge who's like trying to help her get the tickets. And you know what happens. It's a Christmas movie. You already know.
Okay. But I'm going to watch that tonight after we finish this.
Cute. And I'm like, oh, I love them. So it ended up being a glorified Pentatonics movie. I feel like they had so much screen time.
So cute.
Yeah, it was fun.
No, my favorite movie of hers is Falling in Love. Mm-hmm. That came out on Netflix back in like 2019, I think. She goes down to New Zealand and inherits an inn and fixes it up and falls in love with the hot guy who helps her. Like, it's just, it's not Christmas, but it is a Hallmark cute movie.
I just pulled it up. Let's take a look. Where is it? Wait, no, I can't find it. You said it came out last year?
Falling in, INN, love.
Oh, that's
Yes.
why. Oh, that's a cute play on words.
Yes. See, it's so Hallmark, so adorable.
Oh, I like that guy too. I've seen him in
Yeah.
was he on what was the name of that show? He's like Australian or something.
Mm-hmm.
He's hot.
He's very hot.
Okay.
But yeah, no. Like if you like her as an actress,
Oh
and you
yeah.
like Hallmarky movies, but it doesn't have to be holiday themed, like I definitely recommend Falling in Love.
I found the show I saw him in, and it was not a Hallmark movie.
Oh.
It was called Sex Life on Netflix. Did you ever watch that?
I didn't.
It
No.
is so raunchy. You cannot look away. It is like, oh my God. He plays the main character's ex-boyfriend.
Ooh.
And she's like struggling in her current life. So she goes off and starts something with her ex.
Ooh, messy.
Very messy and very spicy. Like, don't have any parents around while you're watching it. Or children. No parents or children. Like, oh my God.
Yeah. No, watch that one alone.
And if you're even uncomfortable with your significant other watching that kind of stuff, I'm telling you, it's like 2 seconds from a porno. It's right there.
Oh,
like
God.
the moans and stuff, you know what I mean? It's so over the top. You're like, holy shit, let me turn down the volume. That's some Christmas spice for you. Yeah. Watch it during Christmas. You'll get you'll get a happy time. Oh God. Oh, see, look, I've already started. It's a mess. It's a mess. But so yeah, anyway, that's all I've watched. I actually wanted to watch that new Lindsay Lohan Christmas movie, but I got distracted.
I've heard it's cute. I haven't seen it yet, but
yeah, I heard it's cute. I really just want to see her new face up close and personal. I heard she looks great. I heard she looks fantastic. But instead, I ended up watching another something that wasn't Christmas themed, but it's so good. I binged the first 3 episodes of Earth Abides on MGM Plus. So freaking good. It's like a apocalypse story, but it's not zombies. It's literally just from a virus.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's so good. So much better than I expected it to be.
I love when that happens.
Mm-hmm. So that's what I ended up watching. And I was like, oh, snap. I was supposed to watch that movie. Oh, well. Mm-hmm. So do you have any traditional movies you watch every year?
Elf. Elf is my Christmas movie. That one I watch on repeat.
Okay.
And Die Hard. Because Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie.
And I will die on that hill.
Hey, I've had to watch that because Kevin likes it. So it is a Christmas movie and he does want to watch it around Christmas. But honestly, mine's is the first Home Alone. I watch that mug every year.
That's a good one too. Yeah.
I can't get enough of watching this kid just slaughter these robbers. I mean, stepping on nails, getting their hair blown off with a torch gun. I mean,
yes.
You know, and I like it also because the mom goes, Kevin! And then I do that to my husband, whose name is Kevin.
Did you ever watch Violent Night?
Yes.
I love that. I think that's going to become a new traditional rewatch every year. I haven't watched it yet. I need to.
I think I might watch it again. It was actually good. I watched it for the first time last year and it came out in 22.
Mm-hmm.
But I really liked it. And actually, I could see myself watching that again. Maybe I should see if I can find it. I don't know. I wonder where it's streaming.
I don't know.
I like a little rowdiness at Christmas. That's not a little, it's non-traditional Christmas.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And supposedly they're going to start filming the second movie next year. So we'll get more for next year.
Woo, nice. Actually, you know what else was non-traditional? And I watched it for the first time last year and I really liked it. And I could see myself watching it again was Krampus. Did you watch that?
I haven't seen that. Is it too scary?
No, it's PG-13. and it's on Peacock, I think. But some of it's kind of creepy, but it's not like it wouldn't make you not go to sleep or anything. And it's not overly gory. But sometimes when you just have the right camera angles, you see something coming, that kind of creepy, but not like,
No. I'm with the movies, I'm a big wimp. With the books, I'm like, it's whatever. It's gore. But with movies, I'm like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
Scary man in the shadows. I'm screaming.
Look, I'm okay as long as there's nothing overly gory. Every once in a while, I have to quickly turn my head away. If something, like if someone's about to pull out their eyeball or something crazy, I look away. I'm like, oh God.
That time I'm like, okay, I can fill in the blanks. I don't need to see this.
Yeah, I don't need to hear it. I see it. I can hear the squishing and the crunching and all the other sounds that's making me cringe and shake my head. But yeah, I like untraditional Christmas movies and some traditional Christmas movies. It's good to have a nice mix.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah. So now I have my movie watching lineup for this weekend because I'll watch all those things I just said.
Yes. Perfect.
Yeah. I didn't read any holiday books this year, though.
I don't think I did.
And I didn't even pick one for the podcast or book club. I didn't do it. Like last year, we read a holiday themed book.
What did we read last year?
It was, but I think I just did it in book club. It was like a Reese Witherspoon pick. It was
that Christmas bus book.
Yeah, what was it? It was, I can't even think of the name of it. Actually, let me see.
Maybe 10 years something.
I tagged it for holiday. Actually, I read a bunch last year. I read Christmas Camp, One Day in December. That's it.
Okay.
By Josie Silver. And I read Royal Holiday, which was trash. So I read those. And actually, I read Christmas Camp the year before. So in 23, I read 2 holiday books. And then looks like I skipped 22. I read that other one in 21. So I don't do it every year. Every once in a while, I get the vibe. And this year wasn't the vibe.
Yeah. This year, global warming is just, it has been in the high 60s and raining. Like, it's not cold. This feels like spring or something. Like, it's not winter.
Oh, it's not that warm for me. I wish. It's cold as hell. But it's not very snowy or pretty. It's just cold and dreary.
We still have leaves on the trees that are slowly falling. And I'm like, oh, it's kind of fall.
Oh my gosh.
Fall, spring, winter.
That's crazy.
All in December.
That's not good.
Global warming.
Wow. That's unfortunate. Yes. I didn't know what was going on down there. So I wonder if there's trees still intact in Atlanta then. I'm going to Atlanta for Christmas, so
maybe.
Well, okay, if I were talking as if I'm in the future. So yes, it's Christmas, y'all, but we did not record this on Christmas if you haven't figured that out. So I don't know, I guess I'll see how warm it is.
Yeah, definitely ask your sister how warm it is because it's been in the 60s all week.
Wow. I would love that. I'm sick of it being cold. Like, it was so cold. Like, actually, yesterday it did hit 40.
Oh,
but today it's like
warm for you.
Yeah, but today it's like 30 degrees, so it dropped like 10 degrees overnight. Yeah. And I think it's just going to get a little colder. And then I think at Christmas it's going to warm up again, which I don't hate because I have to drive to the airport.
Yeah, no. You don't want it icy cold when you're driving.
No, so I'm okay with it, but it's pretty, yeah, you're right. It's kind of a mild winter, but it's early. Stuff sometimes January comes and it's just like hell on earth for 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
At least in Michigan anyway.
Yeah.
Hell on earth for sometimes March too.
Ooh. Yeah. That doesn't sound good.
3 months of expensive heating bills. Yeah. Fun times, right? So Merry fun. Christmas to me. Yeah. What's next on our list? Oh, I know. We should cover our goals. Did you set goals for yourself this year?
No.
No?
If I did, I forgot about them by like February 1st.
Okay, that's fair. The only goal I ever set anymore, I haven't set true goals for reading. You know how we used to do, read this amount of this and that amount of that. The only true goal I have set is a number every year. And that's just because it's a habit on Goodreads.
Yeah.
So last year I set my goal at 62 books because I didn't want to be too aggressive. And so far I have 63 and I'm working on 64. I'll be done with 64 in a couple days. So I might get one more out before the end of the year. So maybe I'll hit 65, which I did last year in 23. So we'll see.
I mean, if you read a couple of short stories on the plane rides and then one book in between, you can get close to the goal. Like, it's math. I'm terrible with numbers.
Well, I've surpassed the goal already, but I'd like to do a little more. Yeah, I set it for 62.
I heard 67, sorry.
No, 62.
I heard 67, and I was like, well, read a couple short stories, you'll get there.
No, but so technically I'm already over, but I like round numbers, and 63 sounds weird to me. So that's why I'm like, I want to get to like 65.
I love your brain.
It's cheesy.
Because
I know.
63 doesn't sound round, and my brain was like, it's the most round number.
I know.
It's just lumps.
It's something about the number 3. I don't love in a number. I just don't. 3, 7, 9. Nah.
My birthday's on the 3rd, so thank you for insulting my birthday number.
I didn't mean to do that. No, it's more important that you're a Sagittarius than anything.
Yes.
But
fellow Sagittarius.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't know, for some reason. It's odd. It's strange. I know, but it's a quirk.
It's fine. We all have fun quirks.
Yeah. Let me see. Did I ever have a 3? The last time I had a 3 was 2011. I did 53 books in 2011. Wow. Shameful. Anyway.
Not shameful. Like, that's still a lot of books.
Yeah.
But it's a 3.
Yeah, it is. But, okay. I think now would be a good time to take a break, and then we'll come back and we'll dive into the books that we read this year.
Yay!
Yeah, you guys, let us know what you're doing this holiday. Leave us a comment somewhere. And then also, if you've been following along with the podcast, also comment what was your favorite, best and worst of the books that we've read. Think about it over this break. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, everybody. It's time to get into the business.
Yay! This is what you really wanted, guys, right? Like, this is what you came here for.
Yeah, this is like the guts of it, really easy. And I think you might be surprised or not. If you know us really well,
I don't think
might
you'll be surprised
not
if you know us, because when we compared stuff, we're like, oh yeah, we're on the same page.
Yeah, we actually had one that was exactly the same. So
yeah,
I'm glad we had one.
That.
No, we Okay, so let's dive in. Let's start with the book chats.
Okay.
So we're not going to go through every book that we read this year, but we're just going to do like the best and worst of it. And everything else was kind of just in between. So how about you kick it off? What was your best of?
That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon by Kimberly Lemming.
Yes, this is the one that we both had down.
As our top number one favorite book for the book chats.
And it's funny because our reason is the same.
Yeah.
It's because
it was so funny.
Yeah.
We both went and read the entire trilogy separately, independently. We're just like, yes, we're just going to keep reading this.
Yeah, we're like, we didn't even think about trying to use it for content. We just read it.
We just went and read it.
I'm like, oh, it was such a fun ride. I really liked it. Yeah.
It really was. It was so good.
Yeah, it was a little spicy, but not like overkill. It was kind of sweet, but not too sweet.
The heroines, but not like awful. Like, you could absolutely be like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Absolutely. I liked the leading ladies. I liked the men, even though they were a little overprotective like most of the alpha men are. But you know what? It worked.
But it worked. It was tropey, but it didn't feel bad. She understood the assignment. Like, she nailed it.
Yeah, I
recommend this book to everybody. I'm like, this is so fun. It's absurd. It's over the top, but it's fun.
It's a hidden gem, really.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, definitely pick up a copy. And if you're into audiobooks, the audiobook was very good.
Ooh, I might have to go listen to the audiobook.
Yeah, it was very good. I actually saw some of these books in Target, but I didn't see the first book. I cannot buy the second and third without the first, so I did not get it. I mean, that's like against the rules.
How yeah, absolutely. You need to buy the whole trilogy, which I did.
Yeah. Yeah. So I wanted them for my shelf because I'm like, those books are so cute. So now I'm thinking about ordering them online because they're so pretty.
They're right behind my head. Hold on.
Yeah, because I got them. Yeah, look at that. So nice. Oh,
so pretty. Yes.
I love that girl's pink hair on the first book.
Oh, yes. And they are signed. Hold on, me.
Oh, you got her to sign. Oh, where'd you get signed copies? You met her?
Yeah.
Where?
In California at the Steamy LitCon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I hope she's coming back next year.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no. I got all three and they're all three signed.
Very nice.
Yes, this is favorite.
Yeah.
Of 2024.
It's really good.
So good.
I would reread those. It's
absolutely,
fun.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, that was the best.
That was the best.
Yeah, it was.
And we didn't plan on agreeing on this. Like, we went through the list and then came to this podcast to talk about it and realized we had both picked this one as number one.
Yeah, and I think that's the only thing we line up with, too.
No,
do we line up anywhere else?
The Archangel series.
Oh, shit. Okay. So we do line up in two other places. Okay, so let's go ahead. Okay, so I do have a runner-up for this category, though. And I feel like this should be not surprising to anyone that's been around. And that is the Mercy Thompson book number 14, Winter Lost. We read that earlier this year. Although, I love those books. I just complained about this audiobook the other week when we recorded.
Yeah.
This was the audiobook where there was one narrator and there needed to be two. We needed a man for Adam. And I don't know why the author or publisher, whoever made the choice, opted not to do it. But shame on you. But I still love the books anyway. Because, I love them all. I have the books and I get the audio. So
they're great books.
Yeah.
Again, I have it on my shelf. I can pull it off and show it off.
Yeah, I have to have both. There's just no way around it. But yeah, that was my only gripe. But as usual, it's always going to be a good time.
So my runner-up is different.
Mm-hmm.
I picked My Lady Jane, the book and TV show adaptation we watched over the summer. The book was very quirky and the TV show was very quirky. And normally I don't like TV shows that change that much from the book. But this one, I still think about it and I recommend it to people. And, I'll recommend the books to like younger teenage girls, like if they're 14 and they want to get into reading and their mothers are like, how do I pick a book for them? I'm like, this one is absolutely age appropriate for 14-year-old girls. 100% can easily give it to them. The TV show, absolutely not. TV show is adult. Wait till they're like adult. 17 before you let them watch the TV show.
Yeah.
But the book, it was just absurd and quirky and fun and totally wrong with every historical accuracy ever. But it was just, they went for it and they had fun with it. And I think I'm just on a quirky, fun theme right now.
I think I didn't rate it as highly as you did, but I think what makes it fun is it was so self-aware. Like it knew exactly. And the narrator was saying, look here.
Yeah, like the opening lines are like, we know we're changing history. Just come along for the ride.
Right.
And I love books that are just that self-aware and that open and just like, we're changing everything. Just come along for the ride. It's fun.
Absolutely. I had a good time with it. I think I rated 3 though, but
that's okay. Like it
was a good pick. And actually, I was really disappointed that the show got canceled. A lot of people were mad
about that. So many people were mad about that.
The show was good.
It was good. Yeah, it was real good.
Yeah. Oh, sad. That show has so much potential.
So much potential.
Yeah, I hate when they do that. They didn't even give it a whole chance, really. They canceled that thing before people had a chance to really view it.
It got canceled within like 2 months, 2 or 3 months.
That's not good.
Which is not fair at all.
No, I agree.
So.
Okay, so the worst of the book chat. Okay, I'll go first.
This is where we differ.
So my worst was clean sweep. We did that as a graphic audio in January, and oh my God, it was so bad. It was
I
so
mean,
bad.
they included the sound of a man peeing on a tree. Like there was water sounds for a man peeing on a tree, and I will never recover from that.
I don't know. I'd have to go back and listen to that podcast to see all the reasons I hated on that book, but it got a 1 star. The only 1 star I gave all year was that book right out the gate in January. Yikes. Okay, what was yours?
So mine is the last one we did, Quicksilver. I gave it 3 stars, but looking at the whole list of everything we read, I think that one just annoyed me the most. Also, her math is so bad. And I say this as somebody who uses a calculator like every single day to double check my math. And then hers, I'm like, 55 plus 8 does not equal 110.
Yeah.
Like, please, this is a very simple math equation that you could fix with a calculator. Like,
yeah, you're right.
So it just annoyed me the most.
I think Quicksilver had a lot of potential. I think the second book might be good if she has a really strong editor. Because I know this first
strong editor
book was self-published and then they republished it when she was picked up. But I feel like there's some hope in there. I feel like the base of it was good, the idea of it was good, but some of the execution did miss. I agree.
Yeah.
So, but it's your worst. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm surprised it was that low for you.
I mean, it didn't hit right. There were so many things that I wanted to change about it. And I look at So Thirsty, where I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of things I wanted to change about you, but I feel like there was more I liked about So Thirsty than I can think about with Quicksilver.
So Thirsty, I like that too, but it had plenty of problems.
Ruined it. That epilogue.
Yeah, y'all
without
should
spoilers,
go back.
The epilogue
They ruined
it for me.
If you want to know what we're talking about, you should go back and listen to that
So
podcast.
Thirsty by Rachel Harrison.
Yes, you should go back and listen to that podcast because let me tell you, we broke down exactly what the fuck was wrong with that ending. Like literally. Yeah, and I agree. So okay. So let's switch gears and we're going to move into our fantasy series. So we did 4 different series this year. And I'll just run them down in case you guys haven't been around. So we started the year with Serpent and Dove. Then we moved into Starlight Shadow. And then we followed up with The Shepherd King. And then we finished with Guild Hunter. So those are the series names. And let's start with the best of the okay, I guess. What are the best of the okay?
Ouch.
I'm sorry. This was a total miss for me this year with the fantasy series. Like nothing really hit this year for me, but you go first.
I mean, okay, so it's my favorite series. I love the Archangel series by Nalini Singh. I recommended it. I said it was a 3-book arc just because like Raphael and Elena have these 3 books and then it switches to other characters' points of view. I love the series. I'm going to keep rereading the series. I'm sorry you didn't love it as much as I did.
Look, I didn't love it, but it still ended up at the top of the list because, and this is going to be a lame reason, but it's the truth. It's the only series this year that did not have one book in it that got a 2-star or lower. So,
damn.
The Guild Hunter series, the first 3 books, all got 3 stars, and that was the best I could do. So that's why it ended up on top for me. Just looking at the statistics, period. That's it. Because like I said, none of these really hit for me. I had problems with every single one.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to do better next year.
We got to do better next year.
I mean, because I feel like the year before, it's like we have these years where it's like we have a really good run. We have a lot of, several series we might like, 2 that might be good. Half of the time it's good. And then we have years where we don't like, well, you love this one, but where most of the things aren't really that enjoyed to the high level that we always aspire to liking these books, right? I want to love them, but well, yeah. Okay, so that's number 1 for the top favorite series of the year. What is your worst series of the year?
So mine was the Twisted Crowns duology, the Shepherd King duology by Gilling. Rachel Gilling. I think about that and get mad. Like she had so much potential and she can write very pretty sentences, and it's clear that like she has absolutely studied English because she has like I think a master's or PhD in literature, and like it's clear she understands that aspect of it, but it's also very clear that she doesn't understand genre and genre rules, and the characters just I get annoyed, so I'm gonna stop there. Just leave it at that.
Honestly, I feel like okay, so obviously that wasn't my worst, but it was bad. One of them got a 2-star, but I have to admit the best thing about the books to me was the cover art. The cover art is gorgeous.
Yeah, the cover art is gorgeous. The marketing was on point. And again, like she can write a very pretty sentence, but if you stop looking at the pretty sentences and look at the content, and you're like, wait a second, our heroine does not have a personality. Yeah. Her entire personality is sitting on a rock and feeling bad for herself. And like she can't even run without asking the magical man in her head for help. Like she can't run.
Yeah.
She needs him to do everything, to punch people, to run away, to fight her battles. Like
she had no inner strength, basically.
She was cardboard. There was nothing to her.
Yeah,
and the hero took one look at her and said, "I'm in love with you forever and always." And I was like,
well,
why?
Yeah,
like,
why?
Like, what are you in love with?
Yeah, I also thought the books felt too young for me. I feel like if they had made them darker. That was one of the comments I remember making. Like, if you're gonna go for this gothic, dark,
they kept saying it was gothic, but there was no gothic anything. There was just some fog around sometimes that we needed to magically fight, but also we're not. I'm sorry.
We're gonna go on a tangent, but go back and listen to that podcast episode too. Both of them. We critique the hell out of those books. So.
Yeah. I still rant. Like it, just thinking about it makes me angry and I rant. And like, again, I think Rachel Gilling has so much potential, and maybe 5 to 10 years down the road, like she'll really get genre and genre rules, and I will like her books then. But right now, this just makes me mad.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. All right. So I know you probably don't agree with my pick for the worst series of the year was the Starlight Shadow trilogy. And I picked that because something about that just grated on my nerves every book.
The inconsistencies, the fact that like the hero in book 2 could have solved the problem in book 1 if he had, like, if anybody asked him to.
Yes. And not to mention, I was kind of sick to death of all the cooking and food references. I had issues. And I have read Jessie Mahalik before, and I have enjoyed her before. But not these. Not these at all. I read the Consortium Rebellion ones a while back. I think it was like, I can do a quick check. It was 2019, I think I read those. And I really like them, generally speaking. Or 2020, that was when the last one came out. Generally speaking, they were good.
Mm-hmm.
But this one, it was a total miss for me.
Yeah.
Ick.
Yeah. It was just a total miss. It didn't work.
Mm-hmm. So that's unfortunate, but y'all help us find some good stuff for next year.
Please. Obviously, we did not.
Yeah.
We didn't make it work this year.
No, I think the fantasy series, by and large, was a fail, with the exception of the one that Casey really likes. Because I unfortunately can't even say that myself. I can't.
Oh, no.
No, God, I feel bad too. Because it wasn't bad. That's why I got picked as the best for me. It wasn't bad. But I want something that I can rave about and just fall in love with. We were due for that.
We are due
I feel
for
like
that.
I'm trying to remember. I keep going back to the Red Rising trilogy. I felt like that was the last time in the fantasy series specifically that we just really enjoyed the books.
That was,
I don't know.
Years
was
ago.
That?
Like
was
2 years ago? Girl.
Actually, let me go. I want to do a quick look of what we did last year.
I feel like we've liked stuff since then. I know that's the one of the series we keep referring to, but
okay, so last year in 23, no, we had that Dragonheart Legacy trash. Crowns of Nexia was decent. It was we read 2, but it was decent. These Twisted Hollow Vows, kind of trash. No, we did Red Rising in 23, so that was last year. What else did we do? No, we started with Red Rising in January, so we did Red Rising, These Hollow Vows, Crowns of Nyaxia, and then the Dragonheart Legacy. Trash. I cannot. That was the worst of last year, was that.
Oh, absolutely.
So, yeah, it wasn't even that long ago that we did the Pure Farm books. It was a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need some better
We had
picks.
a bad year last year. That was the best of the year. That was the best of the year. Oh,
Should
God. We are doing
maybe read this trilogy at some point next year?
You know
just
what?
to have a good laugh and something we know we like.
We can consider for real, because we know we like them, but I feel like that's kind of cheating a little.
It's a little cheating, but
let's read something we know we like.
Win. So a win is a win, right?
We do need a win. I feel like we're due a win.
We're due.
Well, we could definitely consider. It might be a fun summertime read, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. You guys got to stick around and find out. Okay. Anything else? Do we have anything else to cover for this wrap up? Am I forgetting anything?
For now. We didn't read any. Well, we read a lot of other stuff, but that's kind of our highs and lows.
Yeah. Do you want to leave? You won't have comments on anything else in that grouping of fantasy series, or? Yeah. I've talked enough trash for today.
I mean, the last one is the Dove and Serpent and Dove series, and that was just not good. So, sorry.
And I was so pissed. I bought those fucking books in hardcover, thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna tab. It's gonna be so cute. I'm gonna tab all these pages." And I'm like, "What the f?" I'm like, "Oh my God, what a waste of money." I was so sad.
Same.
But yeah, okay. So we're gonna end things there. Hopefully you are enjoying time with your family and friends, or doing whatever you choose to do this Christmas.
Hopefully you're reading, have some reading time, and you got a good book.
Yeah, or a good holiday movie like Home Alone. It's guaranteed fun. It hits every time.
Absolutely, yes.
Drink a hot toddy or a fancy, cocktail and relax. All right. I think that's it. What do you think?
I think that's it, yeah.
All right, you guys, it's been a good year. 2024 bites the dust. We're in for next year. Stick around. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. And we'll see you in 2025. Take care of yourselves. Bye, guys.
Everybody.
Did you enjoy today's episode? If so, please head over to Apple Podcast or Spotify and leave a positive 5-star review. It's a simple action that makes a big difference. You can also like this episode on your favorite podcast player or share it with your fellow bookworm friends on social media. Joining the Shelf Addiction Patreon family is another way to support us. For as little as $2 a month, you can help our team create even more amazing bookish content. If Patreon isn't your thing, consider becoming a supporter on the Spreaker app for just $5 a month and gain access to exclusive audio-only content. You can find me everywhere, including Instagram, X, and TikTok under the handle Shelf Addiction. Join our book club of the same name on the book club's website and app, where we discuss all things bookish and more in a safe space. The Shelf Addiction podcast is a part of the Nerdy Maven Network. Thanks for tuning in.